Hi everybody, this is Del Warren here at the Kegel Training Center for your tip today, and here with me is Mabel Cummins, going to be a junior at Vanderbilt and also Team USA. And today we're going to be talking about the power of reflection. Now all of you are coming off of tournament season, Team Masters, Junior Gold, some of the Storm events, big tournament, lots of tournaments to bowl, and maybe you didn't do as well as you thought you could have. Or maybe you exceeded your expectation, but in any case, the next phase is really looking back at any competition or practice that you've had, and we have found reflection by answering these three questions. Something you did well, something you learned, and if you could do it all over again and get in a time machine, what would you do different? Okay, so, and write it actually down in a book. And it just so happens that Mabel's here. We started today with talking about Junior Gold and the postseason, and of course she had about 5 pages of notes, but it really came down for she and I a couple of ideas that we really learned. Okay, so how has this really helped you over time? Because we've been doing this for several years now, and how has this kind of helped you at the levels that you're at right now for your personal development, yourself, your mental game, and also how to play the game?
Yep, so I take pretty extensive notes while I'm competing, while I'm practicing, and then after the fact to answer those questions that Del just mentioned. But answering those has helped me identify what I need to work on and then focus my practice sessions for after I compete and track my development, really. If you keep track of something, you can see how you've grown.
And you know, our conversations have grown over the years as well, because when we're talking about the most challenging part of bowling is matching up, right? What type of ball, speeds, axis rotation at any given time, and she's really become a master at that because of the power of sitting back down after an event and saying, maybe I didn't match up right, because it always doesn't boil down that you didn't throw it well. We know that in order to play well, you have to have ball reaction. So getting through that and learning that you're going to see the same scenarios over and over again in competition, and being able to recognize it and then make the changes accordingly, I know has helped you tremendously.
Yep, to speak on that, keeping track of what pattern I was bowling on, what ball I was throwing, where I was playing. When I get in a similar situation, I can think back and say, hey, I remember encountering this, and maybe I do something differently, maybe I don't do something differently. But if I didn't write it down, I wouldn't have that previous knowledge to look back on.
Perfect. So again, something you learned, not necessarily in this order, but something you learned, and certainly there's always several things you can write down, even at your level, right? Something you did well. If you didn't have a good tournament, sometimes it's a little bit, you don't think you did anything well, but if you really dig down into that, it could be my preparation was really well. It went really well. Maybe I did exactly what I should have done for all my spare shooting. Maybe you made a lot of multi-pin spares, or you made good ball changes. But you're going to find that you actually did some things well, and then that will lead to, hey, if I could have done it all over again, what would I have done different? And man, if you really dig down into those 3 simple questions, this is really going to be one of the most powerful tools you can use for your development. So, Mabel, thanks for being here. It just so happened I planned on doing this and you were here, and certainly as a lot of the students that I've used, you're probably right at the top of the list of using this tool. And I hope this helps. You know, we're getting ready to start the school season, so I'm sure we'll see you guys soon, and be safe and take care.